Hello there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. So today I will be taking a look at the APC Toys APC-02 Dark Master. Yes. So oh man, this figure is awesome in my opinion. Anyway, so let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this Megatron. So let's get it on, man. Let's go. But of course we should take a look at the packaging itself. We got the Dark Master right here. Got a nice beautiful artwork of the Transformers Prime Megatron. The Decepticon leader. Oh man, the tyrant himself. You got Destruction. I guess this means Decepticon. Sure. And it's from APC Toys. And come to the side here, you can see the full-on image of the robot mode itself. Looks pretty cool. And on the top here, you got Destruction Dark Master. And on the side here, you got a nice fully beautiful artwork there for the robot mode. And come to the back here is the obligatory product shots. Got a robot mode, and you can see it transforming to the jet mode. Looks pretty cool. I got some stuff here I cannot read, and it says here if the seal is tempered or broken, please verify contents before acceptance. And that's what I did. So it says here APC-02, and got the funny bio right here. Transforming fighter with 2 modes and full actions. I love third-party bios. It makes no sense. That's why it's funny. But anyway, so and you come to the bottom right here. Got the warning sign. Got all this. I cannot even read. I can read this. LED. Sure. But anyway, so that is pretty much it for the packaging itself. And here is the Dark Master himself, fully transformed into his Cybertronian looking jet mode. It looks gorgeous in my opinion. It's very screen accurate, you know. I love this design for the jet mode. It takes some cues from the first movie, Megatron, but still, it's its own design, and I do quite like it. Nice silver paint all around the figure, and that's pretty cool. And I forgive this visible head syndrome because this is screen accurate, so don't complain about this visible head because it's screen accurate. So his head's supposed to peek out, but anyway, so yeah, pretty cool. I love the silver paint all around. Got the metallic purples all around as well. Got the translucent purple for these tips for the wings. It's pretty cool. I do quite like that. And you come under here, you can see all the robot mode bits just hanging out. So you can obviously tell that these are the arms and these are the legs. So hey, it's a thing you can do. Anyway, sorry about that. Voice crack. Oh dear. But yeah, pretty cool. Nice and sharp looking. Really nice. And yeah, all around very accurate to the design in the series. So that's pretty cool. Now, truth be told, this is basically a knockoff, oversized version of the Transformers Prime Deluxe class Megatron. So speaking of which, let's just bring in some size comparisons right now. And here is the Dark Master compared with the original Transformers Prime Deluxe class Megatron. And you can see here, this is how much they bumped this guy in size right here. There are some molding differences between the two. You know, this is the Takara version. You can see all the ports and the posts right here, and this version does not have it. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, they wow. that's a big difference there in the size. That's pretty cool. And yeah, really nicely done. And I do like how they changed the hip joints from the ball joints into, like, you know, like swivel hinges. So that's pretty cool. That's one difference right there that you can obviously tell between the two. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of molded differences between the two figures. That's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyway, so let's move on to the next size comparison. just because here is the Dark Master compared with the Studio Series Voyager class 2007 Megatron. So you can see how the two jets look together. With the Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus, with his former Doctor Knockout. You can see how small Knockout is. Blah, 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 blah. This is where my tongue stops working. Anyway, you can see how Knockout is tiny compared to Megatron. With the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime, and with the Transformers Prime Takara Arms Micron Voyager class Optimus Prime. So you can see how they scale with one another. So that is pretty much it for the ultimate comparisons. Okay, let's get down to the accessories that this guy includes. He includes, obviously, his fusion cannon. It's pretty cool. Now there is, focus. Oh, focus camera. Now the cannon is the only accessory that uses batteries. So the way to put in the batteries, you unscrew these two screws. Okay, undo these two screws with a screwdriver. After you unscrew it, then you can actually take out this panel, and then you have to put in some batteries. So what you do with the batteries, what batteries do you use? So you use 4 AG4 batteries. So once you put in the 4 AG4 batteries, then you flip the switch, and there you go. It's a bright LED going on there, so that is pretty cool. So that's nice, really nice. Would have been nicer if this lighted up all around the cannon, but I do appreciate the barrel as well. That's pretty cool. It lights up the barrel. That's really nice. Now you can actually put down this peg right here. I mean, this is for the handheld gun, but hey, why would you do this as a handheld weapon? That's weird. But hey, I'd rather keep this flipped up. But anyway, but it's an option that you can do. Hey, it's a thing you can do. Hey, there's a slot right here, so this stores on the top of the jet mode with this tab. So just tab this in, just like that. Tap this in, just like that, and there we have the storage for your cannon. Yes, there we go. So yeah, that's it for the storage in jet mode. So that's pretty cool. I mean that is screen accurate. You know, the cannon was tabbed in like right here, so that's pretty cool. He does include some other accessories, but that is more for robot mode. So speaking of robot mode, let's transform the Dark Master right now. So the first thing I would like to do is just untab this cannon and put it off to the side, and we shall get started with the transformation. So the first thing I want to do is untab the wings right here from this section right here. Just untab them, untab it, and there we go. So you want to make sure that this is rotated around so that you have the clearance to put this down just like so, and there we go. Just make sure this is rotated around so you can actually flip this down, and there we go. So now what you want to do is you want to untab this section right here. So just untab all this, untab all that, wiggle, there we go, untab. Whew, I'm scared. Just untab this, and just untab all that, and there we go. There you have that. So now, you want to rotate this up. Now I have seen other reviewers, like, you know, take this section, you know, just bring it over the chest piece, but that is not correct. So what you're supposed to do is you're going to bring this up. There is a little slot right here for this tab to go into. Just tab this in, just like so, and that's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, just bring this section down and just tab this into place, and there we go. Just bring down the leg, just rotate it forward, and just swing this section around. Can be hard to do. There we go. And make sure this is pegged in. There we go. And just flip out the foot and flip out the heel spur. A lot of these joints are really tight, which is, I mean, it's a good thing. So yeah. Anyway, so just take this other side right here. Just bring this down. Just bring this over until that pegs into place. And there you have that done. So now take the other foot and just flip this up, flip this back a little bit, and there you have your legs all done and ready. So I have to readjust the camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now we are at the top floor. So now we take the arms and just unfold them, just like so. Just unfold all the way and just split them, and there we go. And just flip this out, flip this out. Just unclip this section right here. Just unclip this section, and there you go. Just rotate this. Take this section right here, just rotate it around, just like so. And now we take these sections right here, just collapse all this in. It's on the double hinge. Just make sure this goes over that section right there. Fortunately, mine doesn't want to do it. Make sure it's all, there we go. So now you want to take this whole section right here. Actually, before that, you want to take this section right here. There is a tab that goes into that slot right there in the chest, and that locks the chest piece into place. So that's pretty cool. That's one improvement that they did with this mold. You know, the chest piece is now, they now have a locking point for the chest piece. So that's pretty cool. Make sure that tabs in just like that. And I think, there we go. There we have that. So now, flip this out all the way. Make sure this flipped out all the way. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Bring this down, there we go. And just bring all this down until that clips into place. And there we go. I'm gonna make sure that these are flipped in. They're all flipped in. Unfortunately, mine doesn't want to do it. Mine, there we go. Or else I have to do this off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now, I had to do this off camera because the hinges were quite tight on mine. And yeah, so that's what you're supposed to do with this section right here. So now we can take this whole section right here and just bring this down so that clips into place, and just bring the arm down, rotate the arm forward, and there we go. So just bring the arm down, bring this piece out, bring the shoulder piece out, and there we go. Just bring the arm down, rotate the arm forward, and there we go. But we're not done yet. We have to add the finishing touches to the robot mode because he definitely needs his fusion cannon. So just take this section right here, and now what I said earlier about this peg right here, you can actually take this and just plug it into his hand if you want to, hey, as a handheld weapon. Sure, I mean, it's a thing you can do, hey, but why would you do that? He never held his cannon. He never held his cannon in his hand in his life, so why would you do that? So there is a tab right here, and just tab this in on the side of his forearm, and I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we are done. So, woo, we are done. So, once you've done all that, there you have the Dark Master, aka Megatron from Transformers Prime, fully transformed into his robots mode. And I dig the look of this guy. Woo, man, this looks so screen accurate to the design in the show, and I dig it. I obviously love it. I love the design right here. Really cool. Take some cues from G1 and the movie Megatron, so that's pretty cool combination right there. And yeah, really nicely done. I do quite like this figure. Really. Very nice and shiny, and I love it. I love it overall. He's missing his Decepticon symbol, but it's fine. He still looks good without it, so that's pretty cool. And you can see here, he doesn't have much of a backpack, just all this, you know, compressed right there, and that's pretty cool. I do quite like that. And once you look at this robot mode, you can't even tell whether this could transform or not. But hey, very nice, very nicely done. So let's get in closer so we can take a look at that beautiful face sculpt of his, and his red eyes with the white paint on the eyeballs. That's pretty cool. I like how they painted the you know, they used the white paint for the eyeballs right there. So that's pretty cool because that is definitely screen accurate. And you got his teeth right there. But yeah, very nicely done head sculpt. It's kind of weird that the back of his head is like made for light piping, but you know, you don't see any light piping for his eyes. Would have been nicer if, you know, this were translucent purple, but it is what it is. It's fine. not too detrimental, but yeah, pretty cool, and yeah, really nicely done overall. Got screen accurate looking fusion cannon as well, so that's pretty cool. It's got a lot of nice silver paint and a lot of nice metallic purples all around this figure. Really well done, in my opinion. Yeah, really dig this. Really love this. And yeah, I think this was a good mold to you know, to upsize, you know, to make it bigger. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So now, the articulation on this figure, the head is on the ball joint, can rotate side to side. He can't really look up, he can look down a little bit. The shoulders, they can rotate a full 360. You can move in and out. You can actually move this shoulder thing right here, the shoulder spike, if you want to. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have an elbow joint, but slightly under 90 degrees of bend. You do have a wrist swivel. Unfortunately, the fingers are not articulated, but it is what it is. Due to the way he transforms, you can't have a waist swivel, but it's fine. Why would you need a waist swivel for a robot? The legs can move up that far, can move back that far, and he can pretty much do the full splits right there. And you do have a swivel above the knee. You do have a knee joint about 90 degrees of bend. And do you have ankle tilts? You technically have ankle tilt. Hey, you technically have ankle tilt. So, but once you use the ankle tilt, make sure this is up. There we go. And you can actually move the foot around and flip this down or flip it up a little bit if you want to. Hey, it's a thing. It's the thing you can do. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for the articulation in robot mode. So now we can move on to the other accessories that he includes. Now, for some reason, he includes two of the same blades. Because this is meant to go on one arm, but you can put both of them on two arms if you want to. Hey, just plug this in. You have to take out the cannon for this. Just plug this in and just tab back the cannon in, and there we go. And you can have that going on. Hey, it's a thing you can do. It's an option for you. But what I would do is I would just unplug this this blade and just put it into my treasure chest of useful. My tongue stopped working. I will put this blade in my treasure chest of useless accessories. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. He does include this thing, this sheath right there or something, the holster for the sword, and you can actually plug this to the back just like so in robot mode, and just okay, there we go. So that is a section for you to store the Dark Star Saber. And speaking of which, here is the Dark Star Saber, and oh my freaking goodness. Man, I've been waiting for a sword like this. This looks amazing. I love the translucent purple that they used for the blade, that you can see the dark energon just bleeding through. That is amazing. Wow. Nicely molded right here for the handle. It's very nice. Now, the way for him to store the sword in the back, you can see the holster right there. So just plug this in. Just clip all this down like so. Yeah, there we go. Should just all clipped in. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't hold that well, but it is what it is. But yeah, you can actually store the sword on his back just like that. Or if you want to, if you really want to, you can have him hold the sword. He's meant to hold the sword, obviously. So you want to take this little piece out first, so you can actually put the handle inside his hand. So just bring out his hand and just plug this in just like that. And where's the other piece? There we go. Just take this section right here and just plug this back on. And whew, look at Megatron just holding the sword left and right. So that is pretty cool, and I dig this. I so dig this. I dig that. I dig that display. Really, really cool. I love him. I love it. I love it. He's holding the Dark Star Saber and ready to slice some Autobots. And he's ready to duel with Optimus Prime as well. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I dig this. I dig this. I love it. And he's not standing straight. There we go. There we go. There we have that. So, but yeah, I love that so much. Love it. So let's get down to some size comparisons. And why isn't he standing straight? There we go. He's wibbly and wobbly. Anyway, so let's bring in some size comparisons right now. Here is the Dark Master himself compared with the Kingdom Voyager class Cyclonus. Just because with the Studio Series Voyager class 2007 Megatron, with the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Voyager class Optimus Prime, and I don't think this scale works because when Optimus Prime changed bodies, you know, when he got a new body form, like, you know, this body, he was eye to eye with Megatron. So unfortunately, this is not accurate, you know, the scale. But if APC Toys were to make a Beast Hunters Optimus Prime toy, they gotta make it a new mold, you know. I hope they can do it. I hope they can do it way better than this thing. So let's move on. Here is Megatron compared with the Transformers Prime Deluxe class Knockout, who is an Autobot right now, with the Takara Transformers Prime Arms Micron Voyager class Optimus Prime. And now this scale works very, very well because, you know, in the show Megatron was very, very tall compared to Optimus Prime. So yeah, but you know, hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the scale is between the APC Toys Optimus Prime and the APC Toys Megatron. So yeah, and speaking of which, I actually have this right now, so there you go. So I have it, so yeah. Anyway, so let's move on to the final size comparison. And here is Megatron, or Dark Master, compared with the original Deluxe class Megatron from Transformers Prime. And this is the Takara version of it anyway. So yeah, you can see how much they actually bumped this guy in size. So that is pretty cool. And yeah, they did a lot of changes to this mold. And you know, with all the nice silver and metallic purple paint, they made this figure way better than this. So yeah, and they added like an extra swivel for this section right here, so this can actually rotate right now, but this section couldn't rotate. So yeah, that's the thing that they actually improved on this mold. So that is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the APC Toys APC-02 Dark Master, aka Transformers Prime Megatron. And wow, this figure really amazed me. The robot mode looks gorgeous. The jet mode looks really good. You know, it's screen accurate, and I love it. I love it. And yeah, the transformation is nice and smooth, although some parts can fight you a little bit, but overall it's a smooth transformation, so it's definitely an enjoyable figure to mess with. And yeah, and considering that this is just a knockoff oversized version of the Transformers Prime Deluxe class Megatron, I think they did a great job with this. You know, they actually improved, you know, some parts, they remolded some parts to make it look better and, you know, work way better. So that is pretty cool. The inclusion of the blade for the arm, so that is pretty cool. The fusion cannon as well. I love the LED in the cannon. So that is really bright. So that's pretty cool. And the Dark Star Saber is the one that really shines, you know, for this figure, because he needed his Dark Star Saber, you know, in the toy, you know. And I finally got the Dark Star Saber. Really cool, because, you know, long time ago they actually made an upgrade kit where they sold the Dark Star Saber for the, you know, yep. Anyway, what am I saying? They actually made an upgrade kit for the Transformers Prime RID Voyager class Megatron, where, you know, they included the Dark Star Saber. So I finally got the one that actually includes the Dark Star Saber without an upgrade kit. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I love what APC Toys has done to this Megatron figure. It is just amazing, and I love it. And I want to thank my buddy Alfonso for, you know, for recommending this figure to me. And originally I wanted to get the Hades and Megatron figure, but he has shown me that this one is way better. It's bigger than the Voyager class Megatron. So yeah, so I got this one, and thank you, Alfonso Nation. I really love this figure. Thank you for recommending this to me, and yeah, thank you so much. But anyway, so so as far as ranking this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I have to do it 10 out of 10, you know, 10 out of 10 all around, no complaints whatsoever. So yeah, pretty cool figure in my opinion. So I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Transformers Prime reviews playlist for any videos you may have missed. So I'll post a link to that playlist in the description down below. And, you know, for your other Transformers needs, if you're in the USA, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for any availability for your other figures like Studio Series, Cyberverse, Earthrise, Kingdom, Siege, whatever you want to get. Just use the website link in the description down below. And one more thing to say, I actually got this figure from Miss Bling, you know, and you know, it's an online shop, but hey, yeah, if you want to get this figure, you can always check out Miss Bling on Shopee if you're in Malaysia, wherever you are. So yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the APC Toys APC-02 Dark Master, aka Transformers Prime Megatron. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.